What's going on, YouTube? It's Kevin here. Welcome back to the YouTube channel, and today, as you can tell by the title, it is a review of an item that I've already reviewed before on the channel. And why am I doing this, you might ask? Well, it's because the first time I actually reviewed the item, I messed up the sizing for myself and had to return it even though I got it at such a great price. But now, this time, I know my sizing and I am going to give you guys probably a better version of that review. At least I hope it's gonna be better. Anyways, if you guys are as excited as I am to start this review, today we are going to be reviewing the Common Project's Achilles Low in the white colorway. So let's check out the shoe. Whew. Oh boy. So this is actually one of the first shoe reviews I've done without the actual shoe starting in my hand, but for good reason. I wanted to show you guys a couple of things. The first one being here, the dust bag. This is about how big the dust bag is for the Common Project's Achilles Low dust bag, and of course the spare pair of laces that come with your shoe if you decide to order one of them. Anyways, let's jump into the star of today's show, the Common Project's Achilles Low in the white colorway. And so I'm just gonna brief a couple of the details here and there, talk about like general things to note about the shoe, and then jump straight into sizing. Of course, here you have the gold printed numbering. To the side here, you'll have the item style code. In the middle here, you're gonna have the size of the shoe, and to the very right here, you're gonna have the color code for the shoe. So I guess 0506 is the white color code. At least that's what I believe, and 1528 would be the Achilles Low model number code. Generally speaking, that's my assumption on it. Of course, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm always open for constructive criticism, but that's generally what my research has led me to. The entire shoe itself has this very, very plush leather upper, plush leather being genuine, buttery soft Italian leather. It is a three-piece construction, so you have the left side and the right side as separate leather components stitched together, and of course the tongue itself is a separate piece. There are a lot of stitching details across the entire shoe. Here you have a sock liner here that's stitched across, and also an extra heel guard leather piece here, which is oddly stitched on there. The tongue itself is featured with more plush leather than, I guess, the other parts of the shoe. And it does have more of a narrow toe box here in front. Of course, you have your flat cotton white laces here in front as well. Anything else that I'm missing? Oh yeah, so if you guys have seen the very first version of this review video, you guys would know that here in the back it has raw leather. So I don't know why they do this, but in the back of the shoe, like the heel area, you're gonna have some raw leather in there. Public disclaimer, that is probably going to be incredibly painful for when you first break into the shoe, and of course I know a lot of people do say that this part hurts the most when they're trying to get the shoe adjusted to their foot and whatnot. If you guys are new to leather sneakers, when I say breaking in a shoe, I refer to the part where the leather actually molds to your feet, which is why these shoes are a little bit more unique. Briefly now, I do want to talk about a quick comparison between the Common Project's Achilles Low and the Gucci New Aces. A couple of things about these two shoes. Obviously they serve different purposes, but you can see that this one here has a wider toe box compared to this one, so you're going to experience a lot more of a narrow fit when it comes to this shoe. Couple of things about breaking in. This one I didn't have to break in at all. Here in the back, Gucci rounds off everything and leaves no raw leather anywhere. For this one, of course, you do see the raw leather in the back. Of course, you're not going to get the same kind of aesthetic. This one's a clean white sneaker. This one has a little bit of navy, a little bit of red, and of course the Gucci branding on it. They're for different occasions. This one's for just like when you want a white sneaker. This one's mainly for, I guess, if you're trying to flex on people. But anyways, yeah, quick comparison across the two. This one was much easier to break in. I didn't even have a breaking in period, I'd say. And this one, I can foresee myself breaking it in for at least like a couple weeks. I'll keep you guys updated on that probably in the September favorites video. But yeah, couple of things to note there, just a quick comparison. So continuing on the review now, I do need to mention this bottom here is all rubber, so it's a rubber sole, and I've already mentioned the upper is all leather, so it's a very simple shoe, easy to review. Those are the general details that I do have to point out for you guys, in case if you guys are interested in buying the shoe. And now to get to everyone's, I guess, biggest question when it comes to the shoe: sizing. So I picked up a EU size 39, which translates to a UK size 5, which is a US size 6. And what I'm trying to get across is my standard size in US is a size 7. I wear a size 7. Air Jordans, Prestos, Blazers, pretty much like generally Nike's lifestyle sneaker line are all 7, with the exception of their running sneakers, which I'm a 7.5. For Adidas sneakers, I'm generally an 8 across the board, with the exception of the Human Race NMD line, which I'm a 7.5. So like for Adidas Ultra Boost 1.0, I'm an 8. For 4.0, I'm definitely an 8. For 3.0, I'm an 8, but I have a little bit of space because they made the 3.0s a little bit bigger than all the other Ultra Boosts, which I still don't understand. And then, of course, for Yeezys, I'm also a size 8 for 350s. I'm probably a size like 7.5 or 7 for both the blushes and the 700s. My Vans size is a size 7, though I do have a little bit of space up front, but that's probably mainly because they're the Vans Vault line sizing, so if you guys are unfamiliar, Vans Vault sizing is typically a little bit bigger than the standard, you know, classic, like, white Vans size. I think my Converse size is a size 7, yeah. For my common projects, Chelsea boots, I was a size 40. If you guys watched my previous video, I ordered a size 40. It was way too long, and, this one is a size 39 and it fits perfectly. Anyways, those are just some quick insights into my general sizes for sizing, of course, and just for some reference when I tell you guys what sizing suggestions I have for you. So, alright you guys, so for the moment you've all been waiting for, my sizing suggestion for this shoe is to subtract 1 from your US size and find the EU, UK equivalent of it, whatever you're ordering. Make sure that you look at the sizing charts across the board and try to find your size, because size 39 EU translates to a size 5 UK, which translates to a size 6 US. And my comfort size, at least what I like to think in lifestyle sneakers, is a size 7. That's why I suggest you guys to subtract 1 from that size. Of course, I am aware as sizes go up, this rule does not work as much. So I'd say that this rule works generally from the size, I guess, US 7 to US 9, 9.5 range, in which case, for the US size 10 and above, you probably have all of your sneakers fitting exactly the same. So your Adidas shoe size is probably the same as your Nike shoe size, which is the same as your Vans. If that's wrong, then follow the other rule. But if it's true, then just take like half a size down from your typical size and buy that for common projects. The bigger you get, you probably want to get closer to the actual size you are. So if you're a US 13, you might want to just pick up a US 13 equivalent, which is a UK 12 equivalent, which I have no clue what the EU equivalent to is, but you guys get the gist. The rule does not apply as you get bigger feet across the board, just because I think that the way that shoe sizes go for sneakers in general, the smaller sizes are more inconsistent than the larger sizes, which is like the 10s and above, you know? Generally speaking, that's my experience. If you guys run into different experiences, feel free to share. If you guys have further questions on sizing, feel free to also ask them down below. I know it is a difficult shoe to size out, namely that I have to do 2 sizing videos for it. These are just my suggestions, of course. If you have the opportunity to actually try on the Common Projects Achilles Low in store, highly recommend you do that before you actually buy it. I just did not have it available for me, so I was kind of going in blind. Of course, I'm going to throw these bad boys on feet now, but before I leave you guys, I wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. I am trying my absolute best to give you guys the best sizing advice for the shoe. If you enjoyed my efforts, or if they helped you, of course, leave a like, subscribe, do all the things and fun jazz that come with, you know, whatever all the other YouTubers ask, I guess. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope it was helpful for you guys, and I will see you guys next week. Ciao!